I know that we have places to go and people to see, but I did pick up that Mithril Silver in the last video, and I do want to come back to Champa so that I can give it to Obaba, and she can do some Forge-related things with it. She's gonna take that. I'm gonna leave the map and come back. And for our troubles, you are going to give us a Mithril Clothes. A Mithril Clothes. Just Mithril Clothes. Let's go and see who would have gotten that. I think, no, not Synergy menu, not Genie menu. This one. Who has inventory space? That went to me. So what's this gonna do? That's gonna raise my defense by actually, like, a lot. That's a lot. Alright, I'm gonna put those on. Actually, if I put Sveta back in the party, she might benefit from that a lot. That's gonna almost double her defense. Alright, fine, Sveta can have that. I'm not in, like... My defenses aren't terrible. And I've got a lot of HP to sponge hits if I take a big attack. But if I ever do put Sveta back in the party, I'd like her to be able to stand up to hits a little bit better. So let's get out of here. And now... where am I going to be off to? I think I'm going to be off to... Let's go to one of the seal doors. So, let's take that. Let's knock those objectives out first. And the first one can be found here, so we can disembark. I almost said dismount, but I don't know if that really works for boats. And now we're going to have to run the long way around the volcano, because of course we do, and we can go and talk to the seal. I think I could have done this the first time I came here, because I think I did have Hemi in my party then, but it took me a little while to connect the dots with the synergy powers that you need. So we can just go and do this now. And that's going to go and open a hole in the rock. Alright, go in here. And this is Burning Island Cave. Is this going to be in a similar, like... Is the puzzle going to have a similar feeling to that of the puzzle in the other one? Let's see. Are those thermals? Am I gonna have to use thermal? Before I go trying every synergy in my possession, let me just go and use insight here. Nope, just move popping up over the move blocks. Okay, in that case, gonna have to actually apply myself here, am I? I'm getting a decent amount of experience for these fights, but they don't really strike me as that challenging. Maybe it's time for me to actually throw one of the, Oh, you know what? I just realized what that was. Alright. Maybe it's time for me to actually throw one of the Sacred Feathers on. What level even am I? Level 42, low 40s, high 30s. Alright. I don't really remember what level you would want to be in this game for, like, the final boss area, but I'm just gonna... Since I am getting decent experience, and I am still getting levels... like probably every couple of battles. I'm gonna not throw on the Sacred Feather yet, but if I really do start getting bored during fights, like it's just a couple of regular sword attacks and then things die, I will, Okay, so that's gonna be one of these. I will just throw on a Sacred Feather. So that is a Jester's Armlet. Whose inventory did that go into? Oh, I've also got Lady Moon's Ring. I forgot to play around with this. I can equip that. That's gonna raise my defense by 8. I guess. Why not? Most of my party members can make use of that. Oh, that was Tyrell's defense by 8. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Arm bracelet that raises power points. That's gonna barely raise Hemi's defense. Gonna raise Reef's defense by a little. Alright, let's give that to Reef. I probably will, again, put him in the party eventually once I get a little... Once I feel like it's time to switch out and give someone else a turn. But, let's go this way. It wasn't a major event, so I'm probably okay with just not taking that one too seriously. So, let's go and use Thermal on here, and I don't know where this is going to put me. If this puts me up above by the, by that one block that I have to push down, it will. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to push this down. And that's gonna allow me to continue. Alright. This is another one that's like, I'm not doing anything with, like, lava. At least we're not yet doing anything with, like, lava. It's a possibility in Wizarducks in the Lost Tap, but I've created similar puzzles to this, where you have to go and, like, do multi-floor block pushing and that sort of thing, for one that we've, I see where this is going. For one puzzle, which I don't think we've shown off yet, and I do like having fun with puzzles like that for the millionth time. Let's go and use this thermal, and I think, is this going to be another one that's going to put me by a block that I can push down? It is. Splash. Hope no one was standing next to that when it came crashing down into the, you know, liquid rock. Okay, that's gonna allow me to go this way, and if I use thermal again from here, I feel like that's gonna upset you just a little bit, or you might get a kick out of it. You know, fire, thermals, fire genie, Mars genie, that sort of thing. But you're gonna go up. Well, you seem to be in a good mood, at least. On the door is a carved crest sun, a carved sun crest with an opening like with an opening like a sword-sized keyhole. Perhaps something goes in it. Okay. Before we do that, though, am I going to want to activate this one? I think I just walked past this one earlier and I didn't see it. Is this going to go allow me to get to the middle? It is. Okay, so in here, I'm sure we're going to find an Umbra something else. That is an Umbra Knuckles. So once again, an item for Sveta. We can take this, we can give this, and Sveta will have her actually attack go up by a lot. Wow, that's a 33% increase right there. Those numbers are easy, so that math is pretty easy. But, okay. Sure, I was kind of expecting the Umbra gear to have, like, ceremonial use, but not really be that great as far as item use is concerned, but, no, it really, the items have been good so far. Anyway, so, hey, Rude, you were having fun. Why are you attacking me? Don't lie, you were having fun. I know you were having fun. So, do I have any Mercury Genie on me right now? Attack of the Clod of Earth. Who has Mercury Genie? Alright, that's Mercury, but that's not... No, that's Jupiter. Where are all my Mercury Genie? Probably on my Mercury users, but, alright, whatever. Tyrell, you can use Jupiter, I guess. Who cares? Do I have any Mercury Genie? No? Don't think fire is going to be that useful somehow. Alright, here we have Mercury Genie. I don't know why Aeolio has all of them. Oh no, that was me. Aeolio doesn't have any. Anyway, we're gonna do that, and I'm just gonna go and have some fun with some of the other Genie. Alright, you've been stunned, so you're not gonna be able to move for a turn. Chain. Some regular damage. That actually hit a couple of times, that was pretty cool. Sleet. And you've been felled already before we even got to summon, so that's 8,923 experience points. Himi's gaining a level. Tyrell is gaining a level. And nobody else is gaining a level. And... what's your name? Flare. Wasn't that one of the really early Genie in the last game? Anyway, the Inspiring Spirit is encountered in the cave at the volcanic island. Flare's ecstatic light elevates and refreshes the mind. Okay. Just gonna use some healing, just gonna do some healing rather, and I think that's all we need to do in here. So, this recording has not been going on for that long, and I think it might be fun to try and get in the second one in this video. So I'm gonna cut away, and we can hop out onto this beach, and once again, let's go and use search on this one, and that should allow us entry into the chambers within. Let's see. There is a little bit more down at the bottom of this waterfall, and I'm curious if there's going to be a little bit more to this one, which allows me to go downstairs or something like that. So we can go, this is the Gaia Falls Inlet, according to the name on the map. And this is already, off the bat, a different layout from the other ones. Oh, water puzzles. Okay, I don't think I've actually seen one of these in this game so far. There were quite a few of those in the Lost Age, but I think this is the first time seeing one of these in here. So I can just go and zip myself. I can just go and zip across that little chasm, and we can come out on this side. There's a door. There's light here. Is that going to put me outside? It is going to put me outside. Okay. What about this one? That just... Alright, so I had to go there. That was part of the dungeon. That was, come on. Stop fooling around. That was, not, like, an optional side path. So we're going to go this way. And... Boink. We've got a treasure chest. This is probably not... Oh, that does look like Umbra. Alright, so that was just right sitting there. I kind of expected to have to go through a little bit more of the dungeon in order to get the Umbra, whatever we're going after. So let's go see what that is going to do for Sveta. We can go and give that. Sveta is going to be down here. That's actually going to lower my defense by a little bit. Alright. So, I probably should have anticipated that when I gave her the Mithril Cloak from earlier, the Mithril Clothes. And I guess... let's give that to... Reef has the lowest defense. No, I have the lowest defense. Alright, I am going to equip that then. Probably should have remembered that that was something that we were going to have to do. Probably not too long when I did equip that, but... Nevertheless, is there anything else I can do on this side? Sort of I can, like... Not really. Alright, hang on. Let me try this again. Because there's obviously more here, right? There's something behind this waterfall because this is a video game after all. And I see there is a, like, a growth thing over there, which I think I want. So, if there's another way for me to get around this waterfall, perhaps if I were to... Oh, you know what? Alright, let's go outside again. And I can sort of, like, sneak this way. Can I get to... Without being pushed away. Alright, I can get to that one. And from here I can get to this one. And I can come out on this side and just like walk on the edge. Alright, so that's gonna allow me to grow this. And it's gonna allow me to get to a treasure chest. Is this gonna be a mimic? I called it! Alright! My mimic senses are once again fully operational. Let's go and use some fire on you, because mimics don't like fire, and I've got a lot of fire on my side at the moment as it happens. I think everybody in my front line right now actually has at least one fire move, and we established that Planet Driver does more than the explosion, right? So we're gonna go, Mimic's gonna defend, that's gonna prolong this a little bit. 59 damage, super effective. Planet Driver, 125 damage, super effective. Eruption, 68 damage, and Fiery Blast, 73 damage. So that was probably, what, about 300 damage to you in total? Alright, let's do that again. Hopefully you won't defend this time, and then we'll be able to do a little more, a little faster. Alright. Where's all my good, my good fire-related moves? Let's go and do that again. Exact same thing as we did the first time. And you're gonna defend again. Alright. This fight does not have to take this long. If you weren't defending... What does defending do? It reduces the damage you take by half, I think? Anyway, so we're gonna do that again, and you're still not down. I'm just gonna hit you with regular attacks for now, because if I'm gonna estimate that I've done about 600 damage so far, you're not defending this time. Yeah, wow. That regular attack with the special weapon effect did about as much damage as, like, the strongest fire move would have done. So we're gonna get 18,000 experience points, no big deal. And now I can actually go behind the waterfall and do the video game thing of checking behind the waterfall. We've got a Mercury Genie here. Hello. Shell. The Spirit of Seashells is encountered at Gaia Falls. Shell's hard skin protects allies against the most storm-tossed seas and enemy attacks. Alright, so that's one of the defending genie, isn't it? That's one of my, one of the ones that I actually really like. Again, this is kind of a mess now. Eventually I will go through and organize my character classes. But not now. They were briefly organized a couple of videos ago, and then I picked up more genie, and then it all went to pieces. But we've got a lot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8 is 48, plus these ones hanging on the end. 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 54 genie with me. There are 72 in the game, I think. So there's, what, 18 left for me to get? I'm sure I've missed some earlier in the game. I know that there are some that I saw but didn't figure out how to get, like the one in Ton Fun. And I think there was one in Belinsk also. But we might or might not go back for those later. You know what? Oh, you know, I wanted to end the video in the cool-looking pond, but I slid down that ledge, and it's gonna take a while for me to get back there. So I think I'll just end it off in front of this cool-looking waterfall instead. My name is Dragonite. This has been Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Next time, we are going to... I haven't decided where we're going to go next, actually. There's a couple places I might decide to go. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. And I will see you all later.